Okay, so it seems like there's been a little bit of an update on this whole ShyLily situation with a person who's been going after her for essentially, claiming stuff like she blocked her because, they have a similar kind of style and things like that. Now, it seems like there has been more that's come out in terms of information about the person that has called them out, as well as, another reply from them, which obviously just kind of sums things up and exactly, I think, where they are at in terms of, their thinking behind this and, what they really wanted to get out of this drama, right? And if you guys didn't see my last video, essentially we covered ShyLily's response to everything publicly, and obviously she was not happy whatsoever. Obviously she did apologize to the other VTubers, Sumi, who was the person who called her out originally in DMs, and then obviously made this post, being like, actually, no, screw this. This isn't okay. And it seems like, she's got more information and things, and she's ended up blocking her again. And I think that is fair enough, right? But essentially, yeah, Sumi has been going pretty insane with all of this kind of stuff lately. Obviously, we covered this post yesterday to her response after ShyLily put out her public response, saying, I was trying to be cordial, but why even send an apology and go back on it? And then obviously, yeah, a lot of people were not happy about that one. And then she goes on to say, quite frankly, I don't care. This is one we haven't covered yet. Quite frankly, I don't care what most of you think. I'm telling it how it happened. I was manipulated into deleting the post that went viral against her. She can block me, but what she did here is dumb. She reaped the new attention she lacked for the last 2 months. You're welcome. So again, she's essentially saying, yeah, like, ShyLily is apparently gaining attention from this one, which I guess is kind of true. But, she hasn't lacked any attention for the past 2 months, right? She's one of the biggest VTubers in the space, which obviously is, stupid to say that she hasn't been getting attention, and that the reason that she made maybe a post like this is to get more attention, right? Of course it's not, because, a viral post about her has come out, calling her out. Of course she's going to respond to it publicly. I mean, what else are you supposed to do, right? And of course, I think the thing that people are most confused about as well is the fact that she says that she was manipulated into deleting the post, which obviously, as we can tell from the situation as it's kind of uncovered, that is not true at all, right? ShyLily did actually go and unblock her at one point and actually send her a message, right? Saying, I have no reason why, I'm sorry, like this happened, etc., etc. And then, during this time, it doesn't seem like she was pressured at all into deleting this post, right? And Sumi did actually leave up this post for quite a while after this message was sent, and after the post that she made with the message was sent, right? So this was up for a bit. So surely if you were so pressured and manipulated into doing it, you would have taken it down almost straight away after you had sent this. But a lot of people were pointing out the fact that you didn't actually take it down as quickly as usually someone would, because obviously you were wrong in terms of your assumptions about why ShyLily had blocked you, and of course then then you should probably take that down because you're not right. You're wrong. Which obviously is a pretty reasonable ground to, I guess, take down a post, right? And a lot of people are saying, why hasn't she taken the post down? She's like very blatantly wrong. And of course, it took her like over a day, and then finally she said, oh, okay, I'm now going to delete the post because it's been getting a lot of attention or whatever. And then she did it, right? So, if you were manipulated into taking down that post, I feel like it's a pretty crazy, accusation to be throwing at ShyLily there, because from what I've seen, it just seems like you took down the post because you felt like, things were, kind of over. But, I don't know. It just seems like she wanted to start a little bit more drama because ShyLily obviously made that big response publicly. Now, there's been a lot of people as well mentioning in the comments and within a lot of spaces, including the community notes here, saying Sumi, and then obviously they put 2 names here, Rui Nanami and Miyu Melons, which obviously I don't know how true this is. I don't know, whether they are, kind of related to these accounts or whatever. This is just what the community notes are saying in terms of this kind of stuff. I saw one of these accounts was going after Rima as well the other yesterday or so like that, which was crazy. I mean, it was stupid, right? Because it just seems like this person is starting drama for no reason, right? And then they're saying, yeah, they are well known for harassing larger VTubers by placing herself as the victim. She uses alt accounts to escalate this hate. So yeah, a lot of people were claiming that apparently this person has like 17 different alt accounts or whatever. And, you know, usually I would be like, okay, I'm a little bit skeptical of that because that does seem a little bit ridiculous. Obviously, 17 alt accounts is quite a lot. But whenever I go into places, for example, like this post, right, and then we took a look at the, you know, hidden replies, a lot of the hidden replies tend to be related to those 17 alt account, you know, replies or saying that she is one of these other people. So that makes me believe it a lot more because if you're hiding them, you know, you shouldn't have to hide them if it's not true, right? So again, of course, you know, a lot of people saying nobody cares. You're going back to being irrelevant and re-debut as another clone to try again. Saying stop treating block button as a death threat, which obviously, yeah, it's kind of true to be honest. He said, we can keep on going down because I think we've actually seen a lot of these things. You're so incredibly entitled. Lily doesn't owe you anything. IMO, she shouldn't have to even apologize to you. You don't need access to her space. You aren't entitled to her space. Please gain some professionalism. This is quite literally embarrassing. Yeah, people say it's time to move on. To move on, there's more than the internet. Saying who cares? She literally doesn't owe you an explanation, any reason to explain why she blocked you. She has free will and she can do whatever she wants. Move on. So you literally have zero credibility. Pack it up and go home. Girl, you whined about someone having you blocked. Grow up and move on. You know, a lot of people just telling her to essentially shut up, right? Say, oh my god, shut up, dude. I don't even see you make content. I just see you upset that ShyLily blocked you, which obviously is true, right? If this person doesn't make content as much as I've seen, I mean, they don't even have like a link into their Twitter as to, you know, their Twitch or maybe their YouTube or whatever. So again, you know, a lot of people, you know, say she's a VTweeter and stuff like that, which obviously, you know, could be true because again, I haven't seen any content from them and they're clearly not, you know, what do you call it, promoting it, which I think is like kind of weird as well, because if you're gonna do a big stunt like this, at least like kind of make content for people to go to, right? like what is this for like extra Twitter followers? Like, yeah, is calling out at ShyLily for extra Twitter followers worth it, right? I can understand maybe if you were doing it to you know, kind of farm some views on a post that'll get you some money, right? But that's not even what you're doing. You're just like trying to do it because, I don't know, Twitter, right? It's just like, what? Okay. So yeah, saying, guess she remembers she blocked you for being a drama poster and art harasser. Says she remembered why she blocked you. She must have remembered why she blocked you. Which obviously, yeah, I mean, that probably could be the case as well, right? Just remembering the fact as to why, you know, she's done it. So don't be a fake person then. You know, she most likely didn't recognize you as a small Lola because of your rebrand. I'm guessing that's another person that she's been. So again, you know, as you can see, people are pointing out different alt accounts and, you know, she is now hiding those too, right? They leave her alone. There's still drama farming. Say, from what I've read, ShyLily should have never unblocked you or tried to be cordial of you. Farming fake drama is gross. So obviously, yeah, they put some like a post there with some screenshots and stuff of them farming some stuff, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. So this might have happened before. Okay. Well, anyways, they said those hidden replies, the undebuted VTweeter tries to use getting blocked by ShyLily for clout. So yeah, obviously, again, lots of people not very happy at them, and these are all the hidden replies, by the way. You can see how long that list is. I mean, come on, you seriously aren't doing so great if you have to hide this many replies on your post. But I think at the end of the day, it does seem like this person has, you know, got multiple accounts in the sense that, you know, they do this kind of stuff often, this kind of drama farming, kind of just like trying to call out the bigger VTubers to stir some stuff. And it seems like it kind of worked this time, but I do think at the same time as well, it kind of didn't work, because seriously, what do you really gain from this now? You know, people just dislike you even further. And, you know, I think that's like, and that's all that's happened, right? ShyLily, you know, I don't think she's gained much hate, you know, already, you know, than she already has, sorry. I feel like, you know, ShyLily herself has obviously a lot of haters, you know, to begin with, right? And again, I think the only people that have been going after her are the people that already dislike her, right? And that's about it, right? I don't think she's gained any kind of haters or anything. I think the people that are hating have already been hating. And I think, you know, in terms of Sumi, she's just gained more haters, right? Like, if anything, most of the audience are now haters, right? Which I think is crazy. Like, this doesn't like kickstart some crazy VTuber career or anything. If anything, this could end it, right? So again, I don't know why they've done this, and of course, I guess maybe they just enjoy stirring stuff up over on Twitter or whatever, and that's why they've got so many accounts. But again, I don't know. But you know, you'd have to ask them directly, right, as to why they decide to do this and what they really gain out of it. Because it's not for money, it's not for followers, it's not for anything. Because you know, if it was for that, you know, you would have went about this in a better way. But of course, that is not the case, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for this situation. Just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.